Hi, my name is Riley Draper, and I am a senior history and politics and international affairs double major. Last summer, I was fortunate enough to intern at the National Security Division of the American Legion at their headquarters in Washington, D.C. The American Legion was founded in 1919 and is the largest wartime veteran service organization in the country, with over 2 million members of veterans and active duty military members. One of its most well-known accomplishments was the passing of the Servicemen's Readjustment Act of 1944, most commonly known as the GI Bill. Since then, it has worked to pass countless bills and provide services with the Department of Veterans Affairs, Veteran Employment and Education, and Active Duty Military Quality of Life, among many others. With my internship, I specifically worked for the National Security Division. The National Security Division works with the Departments of Defense, State, and Homeland Security, as well as the corresponding congressional committees, in order to make recommendations in areas such as foreign relations, conventional armed forces, the National Guard, unconventional forces and the intelligence community, homeland security, and military benefits and quality of life. During my internship, I would report on congressional hearings pertaining to the work of the National Security Division and write congressional bill reviews to determine if the bills were supported by American Legion resolutions and values. The bills I reviewed included topics such as veteran deportation and child care expansion on military installations. The main project I worked on during my internship was the research and creation of a military quality of life program for the American Legion. This project included researching the main issues impacting military quality of life to determine where the program should focus its efforts and recommendations to the Department of Defense. To do this, I listened to congressional hearings on military housing and researched news articles and government reports regarding different aspects of military quality of life. These aspects included childcare, food insecurity, housing, mental health, toxic exposure, healthcare, and education. During this project, I worked closely with the director of the National Security Division to develop a plan to visit and evaluate military installations both domestically and internationally. This included creating surveys for active duty military members, questionnaires for military commanders at these installations, and plans to host town hall events at the military installations and American Legion posts. This culminated in me creating a guidebook for the program that included instructions of how to select installations, conduct visits and surveys, and write military quality of life support reports. The goal of this project was to help create a guidebook to help start this program in the hopes of the division conducting military installation visits multiple times a year across the country and the world, and submitting these reports to both American Legion members and the Department of Defense. This internship taught me many valuable skills I'll be able to take into my professional career after I graduate. It also provided me with many connections and experiences that I would not have access to otherwise. I'm extremely grateful to the experience I had last summer in Washington, D.C., and hope to utilize the skills and connections I made when I graduate.